March 13th, 1996, Eden Gardens, Kolkata. The World Cup semi-final. India vs Sri Lanka. 100,000 spectators filled the stadium. Millions were glued to TV sets. And the world's eyes fixed on cricket's greatest stage. But what unfolded that night would not be remembered for centuries of runs, wickets, or strategy. It would be remembered for a collapse, for chaos, and for tears etched into history. Sri Lanka arrived as revolutionaries. With Ranatunga's leadership, Jayasurya's explosive starts, and Arvinda de Silva's class, they had already changed how one-day cricket was played. India had the armour of tradition, Azharuddin's captaincy, Kumble's guile, Srinath's pace, and the genius of Sachin Tendulkar, seen as the nation's saviour. The noise inside Kolkata that evening was thunder, expectation rising with every passing moment. India was ready, or so everyone thought. Put into bat, Sri Lanka lost quick wickets. Srinath and Prasad sent their dangerous openers back early, and Eden Gardens erupted in joy. But Arvinda de Silva wasn't shaken. Calm, patient, and graceful. His 66 anchored the innings, supported by Ranatunga and others. By the end of 50 overs, Sri Lanka had posted 251 for 8. A competitive score, but far from impossible. The stage felt set for a famous Indian chase. India came out attacking. Navjot Singh Sidhu struck crisply through the gaps. And at the other end, Tendulkar looked untouchable. The eye, the timing, the balance. The scoreboard climbed. At 98 for 1, the path to the final was wide open. For 100,000 people, it felt inevitable. But destiny was waiting. Tendulkar at 65 was playing flawlessly. But then came the moment. A stumping, a gasp, and then silence. For a few seconds, Eden Gardens was frozen. Then, like a dam breaking, came the collapse. Azharuddin gone, Jadeja gone, Mongia gone. From 98 to 1 to 120 for 8. It wasn't just wickets tumbling. It was hope itself that was falling apart. In the space of minutes, India's World Cup campaign had turned into rubble. Anger filled the air. Bottles thrown from the stands. Cushions lit on fire. The stadium that had once roared like a temple now raged like a mob. The Sri Lankan players huddled in the middle, unsure if they were safe. Umpires pleaded. Security rushed in. The boos grew louder. Debris rained harder. Cricket was gone. Match referee Clive Lloyd was left with no choice. The game was abandoned. For the first time in a World Cup knockout, a team didn't lose by bat or ball, but by a riot. And then came the image that would define the night. Vinod Kamble, just 23, still unbeaten at the crease when play stopped. As Sri Lanka were declared winners, Kamble broke down, sobbing uncontrollably, face buried in gloves. No teammate beside him, just one man crying under floodlights, while a nation watched in silence. His tears became India's tears, the raw embodiment of heartbreak. The image stayed long after the lights dimmed. Sri Lanka would go on to lift the trophy just days later, completing one of the greatest underdog runs in cricket history. India never recovered from Eden Gardens, at least not for a while. For the fans, this was a scar, a reminder that the line between passion and chaos can be brutally thin. For the players, it was a humiliation they could never erase. March 13, 1996. The World Cup final that stopped cricket itself. Not remembered for De Silva's elegance, or for the wickets, or for the centuries, but remembered for fire, for fury, and for the tears of Vinod Kamble.